Hey guys, welcome to another Tank It Easy Tank Tip Tuesday. Today we are going to be talking about this awesome Hanna ultra low range phosphate checker. I'm going to take you through the steps on how to use this and how to kind of get the most out of it. So first things first, what we're going to do, got one unboxed right here. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and fill up our new cuvette with some fresh tank water. You're going to want to ultimately fill it up to this white line that is on the cuvette. It's important that we go off of the meniscus of the water, which is that curve. You want the curve to be right at the white line. You don't want the top of the curve to be there, but you want the bottom of the curve to line up with that white line. From there, we're going to go ahead and cap our cuvette. And because the Hanna checker measures the color change in the liquid, you really want to make sure that before you begin, your cuvette is smudge free and doesn't have any sort of fingerprints or dust or scratches on it. I like to give it a little blow and then wipe it down with a paper towel or towel of your choosing. And then you want to give it a little inspection. Is there anything that could throw off the reading? One more little smudge and we are good to go. From there, we are going to go ahead and pop it in to the Hanna checker. We are going to start it up, hit the button. You'll notice that it has C1 flashing. That is sign for it's time to get that base reading. And from there, it's now telling me to do C2. C2 is basically the color change result. What we're going to do is we're going to pull out the cuvette, put it down. We're going to take our handy dandy phosphate reagent packet and we're going to cut it along the lines on the outside. One little pro tip is if you knock it on the sides here like this, you're less likely to have powder all the way at the edges. I do like to crinkle it a little bit like that. And then you just very carefully follow that line and go around. All right, from there, I do like to fan open the reagent packet. Make it nice and easy to pour into the cuvette. Tap it down. And then I will go ahead and line up the mouth of my cuvette and pour it on in there. Really want to try to make sure that all of this powder goes into the vial, not all over your hands, not all over the cuvette itself. If you don't get all the powder in there, your results are going to be lower than what is real life in your tank. One other little pro tip, I do like to wipe the outside threads before I screw the cap on. Any sort of reagent that might be in there can disrupt the seal of the lid and have you leak while you're mixing it up. From there, we're going to go ahead and shake our cuvette for 2 minutes. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. All right, our 2 minutes is up now. We're going to go ahead and just give the cuvette one more last wipe down before we toss it in the Hanna checker. Now, key step here, after you've mixed it all up, we're going to go ahead and slide it on in. Close the lid, and at which point we're now going to hold down this bottom button to engage the 3-minute timer. At the end of this timer, the Hanna checker will go ahead and run its test and measure the color change, which will ultimately give you a nice phosphate reading. All right guys, here's the results of our test. 0.67 ppm phosphate, a little high for my liking, so it might be time to add some GFO, maybe do a water change. But there you have it. This is how you use the Hanna checker, ultra low phosphate checker, and look forward to seeing you next week with some more tank tips.